It's Christoph Mowry on Twitter and TikTok, and I just scream. People think I'm acting.
I just can't wait till like one day you guys are like at Bohemian Grove screaming into your phones, and everyone's like, "Shut! Why did we?"
I can't forget to take it. I always forget to take this shit.
I respect a lot of you guys for coming on. Nobody, David Hogg won't come on. A lot of people won't come on. I respect you guys for coming on.
I think not enough people, like as much as like I really like Democrats and I like Joe Biden, not enough people will like just go out. They want to stay in the bubble, right?
What do you like about Joe Biden? Is he even alive? Does he even know he's alive?
I mean, he does.
What do you like? I mean, I know some people like him. Like Louis C.K. and me talk all the time, and Louis actually likes him. But, I mean, he's kind of folksy and old, I guess. That's cool.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, he's productive, right? And he passes good policy that's good for young people and objectively good for...
Yeah, I think the nuclear war will be great for young people.
There's
nothing that young people are going to like more than the nuke. Than the nuclear war.
Russia wouldn't be so
stupid.
just
tearing them apart.
I hope they're not that stupid.
I don't think they are.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I hope
they're absolutely shredding.
Well, the middle ground is like I agree with the idea that the hope that this does not get there, but I do think it's a foolhardy policy that we are pursuing over there. I believe that. And a lot of people are now starting to believe that, which is why the American government, Biden's government, is actually starting to question it internally. And they're leaking stuff, and there's more stuff coming out in the press about, like, if this spring offensive fails on the side of the Ukraine, we might have to start pulling back. We've given an inordinate amount of money and resources to this project, and I think we're starting to see. Now, if that happens, people are going to ask a lot of questions about why we spent all that money and why that money wasn't used in America.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
I think we just have to see what happens and let it play out. It's been proven time and time again that Ukraine is doing a lot better than people thought.
Not up a pond anymore, bro.
And
they listen. I will say one thing about the Ukraine: they're tougher. They're tough motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
And listen, I didn't want them to obviously be invaded, and I would love if Russia got out of there, and I'd love if everything worked out and was peaceful. I'm just looking at the world as it is and not the way that I would want it to be.
Sure.
Right. Well,
I know that those two countries have a deep and complex history, and it's not as easy. And there are things in those countries that are not. It's not easy. We can't throw it all into a TikTok or a meme.
Right. But like I think it's forgotten that the however 44 billion or however much money we've sent to Ukraine, like that's the entire reason that Russia's not knocking on Poland right now, right? Like,
no, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
it's all the West. It's all the West. It's the greatest. It's one of the greatest.
The reality of the situation that arming Ukraine is preventing Russia from taking over the entire world is this neocon talking that they're going to knock over Poland and then they're going to knock over every country that's ever existed.
I said they'd be knocking on the doors of Poland if we didn't give them resources.
We with NATO expanding are encircling Russia with missiles, and if that was being done to us, if there were countries if China had missiles in Mexico, you would be damn sure we would respond.
I know, but I don't think that's just objectively not looking at the fact that all those countries we started expanding on their borders. I mean, they're free to make their own decisions. They all asked to join NATO. It's not. We're not just.
But we have to look at the purpose of what NATO is.
Right.
You have to look at what necessarily.
Oh my God! How did I fuck this up?
You have to look at the real politics of how Russia will respond to certain things, right?
Right.
And the reality is the purpose of NATO